By now, you should have watched our previous video where we talk about problems international students face or they might likely face when they come to UK to study. So in today's video, we'll be talking about solutions, all the problems we've listed in that video. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. How you can get solution to all those problems, and if you are already in this problem, how you can come out of it, the help and the solution you need. So again, I'm having Mr. Sheo on my channel. So if you are seeing him for the first time, this is Mr. Sheo and my dearest husband, former SU, and he's also a student voice advocate. And for the fact that he's also in SU, so he has been an advocate, he has standing for so many international students, fought for them. I know some international students will watch this video and they will testify to this video that yes, he has stood in for them, fought for them, either India, Ghana, Nigerian, mention it. So I think he's the best person to actually talk about this, and that's why he's on this channel. So guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adedoyin, and guys, this is my husband. We are here to help you today. So let's talk about solutions to possible problems that international students might face in the United Kingdom as a student. So the ground floor is open for Mr. Shell again.
Hi, Mr. Shell again. So in the earlier videos we talked about possible things international students go through.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen a couple of them. Trust me, I've seen a lot of them. It did not happen to me. Most of them did not happen to me. I've had a pretty smooth ride, so I can talk about what it looks like happening to people and helping them navigate through it. So, well, talking about best persons, God is the best. I'm only just doing what I can in the power that is given to me. So I'm going to start with power. So many international students, when we come here, we feel empowered. We want to do so much. We want to help everybody. But you cannot help everybody. As a matter of fact, when you try to help everybody, you tend to help yourself less. And what do I mean? Your academics start to suffer. International students should try as much as possible to guide their academics. Your attendance is key. Don't let it lag behind. I can't overemphasize this. The UKVI they are scrutinizing international students so much that you need to be on top of your attendance. I think 80% or something like that. But what is stopping you? What is saying you can't have 100%? Your part-time job. You can always let them know at your job that I'm a student. I think it's best if international students take bank jobs and then you choose your shifts at your convenience, or you just stick to weekends. I don't like weekends because it takes you away from, if you're a Christian, it takes you away from church. And trust me, we're standing here on God. Whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim or whatever, we're standing here on God. The system is decked against you. And what is keeping you here? No be you. It's not your strength. Now let's leave all that kind of a talk, but you understand what I mean. That's why I don't really like weekends. And then you need some time for your family. If you have kids, you need time with them. So now talking about academics now, I have seen cases where students are called in for academic misconduct based on the fact that their work looks like someone else's submission. Let's start from there. So now, when your work looks like the submission of someone else, maybe present, past, or whatsoever, it is called plagiarism. Now, somehow, the university always has plagiarism check that you're supposed to use to check how close your work is to someone else's work. How close your work is to someone else in your university, outside of your university, their percentage that is acceptable. I'm not the university and I'm not going to tell you a percentage that's acceptable. So you need to understand what your university means when they talk about plagiarism, but then you also need to guard yourself. So many persons will check their plagiarism at first, they'll see 4%. And then when they get called into a panel, they tell them they have 40-something% similarity with someone else. How did it happen? Someone had access to your work. You gave your work to a friend, or you did not do your assessment yourself. You gave it to someone and your friend gave it to the same person as well. That's why I'm always against giving your job or giving your assessment to someone else. It is your assessment. Why give it out to someone else? Oh, I don't have time. It's not an excuse. Why are you in the country to study? What visa do you have? Student visa. It is no excuse at all to say, oh, I did not have chance. The university always, one of the solutions to not giving your workout is, if you feel you are running behind time, request for an extension. There's a system that is in place for extensions. It is easier in some schools it is hard. Some school will do a fit for study assessment for you. If they seem like you are fit, they might not give you, but trust me, student unions around the country are working on all of these things to get it done. As a matter of fact, we've secured a third attempt for some students before, third submission attempt, just because they were finding it on the course. So the student union is there to help you. Your course reps are there to help you. There's a student advice system that every university has. They are there to help you. Also, if you feel like the extension is not working for you and you genuinely have a problem with that course, go to your course team. Go and tell them you have a problem. They can sit down with you and understand what your problem is and help you. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. That is what they say. Also, some of the problem that people do have is exam. Some students, trust me, international students, some of us have studied years and years ago before we came down here, and then being in an exam condition is always a problem. If you feel like you have exam jitters, just talk to the team, talk to the university. They might put you in a separate room. They might make the room more. See, there's something they always call accessibility needs in this place. If you apply for a job, they'll ask you, do you have any accessibility needs? And there's something they call reasonable adjustment. If you feel like you need reasonable adjustment, you need to say it out. They will not look at you and judge. If you are crippling on the floor like this and you do not tell them that you need a ramp or you need a wheelchair, nobody will give it to you. You need to say first. Everyone chooses to be what they want to be. So some people are legally blind and they can see. Some people are colorblind and they can see. But trust me, so many other disabilities that are not known at all. There's something that is growing now in the United Kingdom, which is neurodivergent. People in Africa and maybe India don't identify to any neurodivergence. You see people, they don't know they are dyslexic and they are dyslexic. You see a lot of people with ADHD and they don't know that they have ADHD. So if you identify some of these things, talk to them, they will make reasonable adjustments for you. And then I'm going to go into victimization now. I've seen a case where some students feel like they are victimized. They came and they said they never score beyond a particular point from a particular tutor. That's victimization. If you feel like you're victimized, talk to authorities, talk to the student union, talk to your course leader, talk to the module leader, talk to the teacher themselves, talk to your student advisor, talk to the university. There are systems in place to check all these things. A full-blown investigation is going to be made. And then as international students, we always make one mistake. Oh, if I speak up, they would start attacking me. No. Maybe in whichever system you came from, maybe it's a thing. In the UK, it is not a thing. If you speak up, nobody uses it against you because it is confidential. If I share any example here today, you can never trace it to where it came from because it is confidential. And that's why I barely share any example. I'm only going to use the broader scenario for you. So whoever you talk to, it is confidential, and then you can enforce your confidentiality. You can literally tell the person, I want this kept confidential. If it cannot be, they will tell you, oh, I'm sorry, we have to tell that person. And then they will seek your consent. Can I go ahead? If you say no, they probably will drop it. They won't go further. So there's no, oh, they'll start victimizing me. Oh, I will fail that course if I speak up. Never. Another mistake international students make is they always feel like they can call for scripts. Oh, that mark, I didn't get it very well. I'm sorry, you cannot call for your script. They will not mark only your course. So if you feel like you've not done well in an exam, trust me, trace your own steps back very well. That's why preparation before the exams or the assessment is very important. Look at the feedback that has been written for you. Is that feedback, does it seem like what you did in the feedback, does it seem like it's showing? If you are now convinced at the end that I'm sorry, I want to, you need to go and file for an appeal, not call for your script. Don't send an email to the lecturer that I'm sorry, I should have passed. Can you review my script? It will just go to deaf ears. Go and file an appeal. They will open a full, everything is investigation.
For example, students that already failed a course or project and they have like 2 or 3 months on their visa And it's until next year again.
I was going to get there.
Okay.
I was going to get there. That's
Okay.
the next thing I wanted to talk about now. So, moving to the big issue, like the elephant in the room, is your dissertation, your final year project. This, without a dissertation, you cannot graduate with any form of certificate. For example, if you fail one course and you pass your dissertation, you can tell the university, I don't want to resit it. Can I get a diploma? They give you a diploma, you walk away, but trust me, you will not get post-study. So
take notes.
A diploma,
no post-study.
A certificate, no post-study for you.
Yeah.
Post-study is for the best of the best. You just need to understand. But then, to get any form of paper at all, you need to pass your dissertation. And then, some of the issues people get during dissertation, like I've said earlier, is international students, we need to stop the act of doing a case study of Nigeria. Some of our lecturers cannot relate with what is going on in Nigeria. They studied in the UK. They had their masters, their BSc, their doctorate, their postdoctorate in the United Kingdom, some maybe in the US, some BSc in somewhere else, and the rest in the United Kingdom. They cannot really reckon with that case study of what you're talking about at home. Choose your case study of a case study in the United Kingdom. If you have a supervisor and you feel like you can't choose the topic for yourself, tell them to help you choose a topic that you can relate with. But please and please and please try not to do a case study of Nigeria, a case study of India, a case study of Gambia, Ghana, wherever. No. And also, I would also advise that for students that work on data, try and do a secondary data kind of dissertation. What's a secondary data? A secondary data is a data that has already been gathered from somewhere. Some persons have already done the questionnaire survey and all of those. So you just work on those secondary data. It takes a lot off your neck. You don't have to do a questionnaire and all like that. So it just helps you. Now, talking about questionnaires now, I want to give an advice to international students, especially those that have used a case study of Nigeria. You need to share questionnaires with people in your community. Understood? But we make mistakes. We share our questionnaires and people fill those questionnaires. You get like 100 responses in 1 hour. Your supervisor and people that are tracking this will not believe you that you are not doing fraud. Even if people have filled your questionnaire, they will not believe you. So that's why you are given a timeline to do your project. If you are sharing your questionnaire, make sure it is genuine. Don't give your questionnaire to your family members. Put it in your family WhatsApp group and let them start filling it for you. No, they can actually track it. And I would also advise, try not to host your questionnaire on Google Documents, Microsoft Forms or something. They are good questionnaire tools, but your universities should have a system for questionnaire. Use the university system because they can trust the data that comes on there. You don't want them charging you for falsification of data. When they charge you for falsification of data, you tend to fail that course. And also, talking about dissertation as well, take your time to write your dissertation by yourself. By yourself. If you have problem with your data for maybe data analysis and the likes, and you need to use someone, ask your supervisor, I need to enlist assistance for my data. Ask your supervisor, can I go ahead? Is there a system that can help me? If your supervisor gives you a go ahead, make sure you keep a transcript of your conversation. So at every point in time when you are conversing with your supervisor, make sure it is through your email. So you have record of everything. If anything happens to you during dissertation, keep record of it. You had an accident, they called you from home, they whatever, send an email to your supervisor, even if there's no response, because you might need it and you might not need it. I'm going to talk a little bit about people that do lab work, but I'm just saying this in the grand scheme of a dissertation, make sure your work is your own. And at every point in time, always understand that dissertation is a long work. You cannot finish editing a dissertation or writing a dissertation in 2 hours. So when you are writing your work, don't open a new document every time you want to write. Open one
One
document
document.
and write inside that one document every
Every
time,
time.
so that when they check your work, they will see you've been working on it for 400 hours, for 200 hours, 20 hours, 80 hours. But it is going to be a problem for you when they open your work and they can see total editing time 2 minutes. I've done it before. Before I submit, I copy and I paste on a fresh document. It was not a problem for me because of so many things. I've talked about first time pass, asking questions, being an actual student. It did work for me. Already, they probably see me that this one comes to class, he asks questions. When they share us to group, I act as team leader. When we submit group assessment, I submit, I use my email to submit and all like that. So maybe when they see that my editing time is very small, they don't bother because they know it's my work. But they don't know you, and then they open a work that should be at the very least 100 minutes of editing, which is just 2 hours, less than 2 hours, and then they are seeing 2 minutes. You are in trouble already. They'll tell you it's not your work because they are smart. They know that you can get a written contract and paste it in another page. So please and please and please, don't open a new document every time you want to work on your dissertation. Open one document, work on it. You can have a scrap document, but make sure you populate that document every once in a while. Don't create it. Also, date of creation is important in a document. Your dissertation module started in June. You have to submit in September. That is June, July, August, September, 4 months. And then you are submitting a document that was created on the 10th of September. How? Did you start your dissertation 10th of September? So create that document and work on it all the while. Now, for people that work in the lab work, make sure that you have everything you need in the lab, especially your risk assessment. Can kick you out of the lab midway and discard your research if you don't have proper risk assessment and proper ethics. This thing, universities always lay emphasis on it, but you see our people sometimes. You don't need sharp. If it's a lab work, it needs to be thorough.
Yeah.
Because you are the one getting the data from your lab work.
Yeah.
So you need to be thorough, and then when you get into a lab, abide by the entire rules of the labs. The equipment rule, your PPE, even your attendance. If you are given a 10 to 12 slot in the lab, especially for specialized equipment, make sure your 10 to 12 is your 10 to 12. By 12, they'll kick you away. Someone else has to use it. And some research are so sensitive that you cannot lobby around. They send you out, especially for people working in life sciences. If you're working on a cancer cell or some kind of disease, epidemiology and all of those, they send you out of the lab. You cannot be there when they are working on a class 2 virus. So these are just one of the little things that can help. And then generally, international students, we just need to trust that the system is there to support you. Help is there. Help is around the school. Where can you get help? Your tutors, you can get help from them. You can get help from your advisors. We have student advisor, employability. We have career advisor. We have international student advisors. You can go to any of these advice systems. And then the school always have a front desk. Go to the front desk. They can signpost you to every places where your help is. We have class rep systems. We have student union officer systems. Go to them. They can help you get the help. I always don't have the answers in my time, but I know where you can get the answers.
Yeah, speak to your student union.
Speak to your student union. Be their friend.
They always get where to get answer. They know where to direct you. They will stand for you.
Trust me, the student union has an advice system as well. You can get advice for money, relationship, housing. You can really get advice. Also, university always have well-being systems that you can always go to them. I'm lonely. I have problems in my hostel, this and that. Also, there's a system in every university which is called the chaplaincy. The chaplaincy, basically chaplaincy in the United Kingdom is just like advice, but the chaplaincy in most universities does faith as well. Be it Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, chaplaincy covers everything. Then they will now send you to the priests, to the imams and all of those like that. Seek help where the help is. There's help everywhere in the university. You'll find labels hanging around corridors telling you what to do. if it is menstrual health or whatever,
Anyone.
there is help, and you just need to talk. And then don't forgo your local community. If there's a Nigerian community, Ghanaian, Pakistani, Indian community, speak to your community as well. They have help within the community too.
And also, when you are pregnant or you are sick or you have any issue at home, make sure you let your lecturer know about it. They can pause for you, right? Because I have a friend.
Yeah.
They pause a course for her. They can give you the opportunity to write your exam, or write your exam at your convenience. That'll be your friend, one of your friend that was pregnant and has issue with the project, and that was what they used to build up the case. And
the truth is, maybe this is a bit from where we come from. We don't talk about pregnancy. We are pregnant and we keep it to ourselves. In the UK, if you take him today, tell your tutor tomorrow, oh, I'm expecting a child. It's a good thing. They will be very happy for you.
And it can help you.
It will help you, not it can.
Yeah, it will.
They will make reasonable adjustments for you in class. They know you have back pain, whatever. It can really do help you out of so many mess.
Yeah.
And tell them your EDD. It's not just I'm pregnant. Tell them your EDD, so that if there's an exam around your EDD and all like that, we were going to administer an exam for that my colleague in the hospital because she's just giving birth. But luckily she got discharged and she came to the exam center by herself. But we're going to take the exam to her in the class, in the hospital. If you have any condition, medical whatsoever, talk about it.
So for people that has issue with their school fees, how do you advise them?
For school fees, you have to pay.
No. Some people, like, they need time. Maybe, I know your school system now. So many school systems has
different school with different systems.
Yeah.
But basically, the bottom line is, while you are thinking about what the school will do for you, think about where you get your money. You have to pay.
Yeah, sure.
But you can talk to the student union that you need. My school now, you talk to the international experience team, and they look at how they can help you get installment payment.
Yeah.
Some universities already have installment payment and they will not change it. I know a school that you need to pay every month in Manchester. You have to pay every month a certain amount. So just channel yourself towards getting that money every month. And then one thing you need to not do is, if you are given an installment plan, don't default. You default, you get blocked off completely. You get a warning before you get taken off of your course. You get a warning. But there's no way around school fees. You have to pay.
Yeah. But you can get a payment plan. So in the grand scheme of everything, speak up.
Yep.
Speak up. It is important.
There's someone willing to listen.
They listen
somewhere.
And please talk to your student union. They are your friends. Talk to them. See, most of the time, around 11-12, my husband is still speaking with students. Like, early in the morning, he's out there. He's always in one meeting or the other, standing in for students, fighting for them. The president, the other SU guy, Emmanuel, is always there. Abiola, all of them like that. They are always there speaking, people that are about to get kicked out of the system, people that are about to be sent home, people that their visa is about to expire.
So your visa, when your visa is finished and you...
Okay, so now we forgot to talk about that. So
basically, in the event that international students, you fail the course and it's going to have an impact on your visa.
Yeah.
If, for example, say you have 2 months on your visa and your submission date is after the expiration of your visa, you can talk to your SU. In fact, you have to talk to your SU.
Compulsory.
You have to talk to your international experience team as well. I don't know what name they have in other universities, but they are there. Make them understand this is it. Talk to your course team themselves too, that this is the case, and let them see if it's possible to bring it forward for you. It is possible in some cases, not in all cases. And then there's something that is called request to RRR, request to resubmit or something like that. If you are eligible for that, you get that and it brings it forward. In some cases, you might have to take things into your own hands. If you are sure that that case you have, that resubmission you have, you're going to pass it the second time. This is where first time pass is important. If you have passed the first time, you won't have any visa issues. You just cruise into your post-study or whatsoever. But if you are sure you will pass this course the second submission, of which you should, because if you fail it a second time, go home. You need to assure everybody involved, like the SU and everybody, that you are sure that you're going to pass, and then they give you that grace and that space if it is available. But in so many cases it is not. That's why it is important to just eat it once and go away with it.
But trust me, your student union will fight for you, and they know where to get answers for you. So speak up, and finally, before we leave, like he said, please and please make sure that you are always available. Your attendance is very, very important. Make sure that they always see you. Speak in class. Let them know you. And it's just for 1 year. Try as much as possible and pass your course. And just go. It's just for 1 year. Give in your best. Put in your best. And if you did not understand, there is something they used to do, and it used to do it, and I know people, I know so many people too might be doing it. They gather students and they give them tutorials. Look for students that do tutorials. Talk to them, let them put you through. So many international students, they will come in now and they will look for, bright students in the school. Please put me through. Or look for a former student, maybe last year's student, 2 years ago, that has done so well. Look for them, let them put you through that your course. People in your course, let them put you through. It will help you. You can, let them share their knowledge with you. It will actually, it will help you. So I think that's everything practically. Do you have anything to add?
Well, while you are involving people from the past, you need to understand that these guys are now hustling. They probably won't have your time.
Yeah, sure.
If someone should give you time, make sure you
honor it.
Value their time.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to make their urgent 2K and walk away.
Yeah.
Also, don't make the mistake of saying, can you give me your work? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
And if eventually they give you, don't be tempted to use that their work. Mm-hmm. Use it as a guide and discard it. Don't be tempted to use the work. If you lose guard with that work and it gets to someone else, they can call them back and take over their certificates, and it's your own fault, not their fault. So please, also guard your work. Don't give it to someone. Don't tell them to read for you. Your mate cannot read for you. Your university system will have a proofreading system. In my uni, it is Studiosity. Studiosity is in so many other universities as well. They proofread, they check your language for you and all like that. These tips, they are not exhaustive. We can keep going on and on and on. But this forms like the basic foundation of most of it, and you can ask further questions in the comment section, and do justice to them as much as we can.
Yeah. So if you have any other question, just drop it at the comment section. We will reply and give you more, because this video is becoming lengthy. And that's our baby, So guys, thank you so much for coming to our channel, Mr. Show. Thank you so much. Thank you. And for everyone, I hope you find this video so useful for you, and please share this video to your friends and family. To all international students home and abroad that are about to come, they need this video, all these tips. It will really help them. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I don't know what you're still waiting for. Guys, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that red bell so that when I drop a new video, you'll be among the first to be notified. Thank you so much for watching our video, and thank you for always coming back. I'll see you in my next video. If there's anything you want us to talk about, please drop it at the comment section. Take care. Bye.